Are prop firms dying? Will there be prop firms in the future? That is what I'm going to look into in this video. So prop firms have been struggling for quite a while now. It's been a few months, maybe even a year. And I would say the turning point was with MyForex funds. Everything was going great. Prop firms were making millions and millions of dollars. And then MyForex funds basically got taken down. There was a big investigation of their business practice and what is it that they were exactly doing. So then it was revealed that in the background, they were pretty much scheming against traders and they were making all of their revenue from the failed challenge fees. Meaning that when you lost money or when you failed the challenge, they would make the money from the challenge fee. And when you won money, it would come out straight from their pockets. You would get paid out from the challenge fees. So they definitely did not like to see you win. So that was the turning point. That is when you saw a lot of other prop firms going down, disappearing, a lot of new little ones popping up, being in the industry for like 2 or 3 months and then just going completely off the map. And lately it hasn't been the best. So the prop firm space hasn't been that active. I don't think that there are a lot of traders trading prop firms. I know crypto is very popular right now, or it has been in like the last few months. So people kind of moved away from Forex into crypto. Also, they moved away from CFD prop firms into futures prop firms. But overall, if you're on Twitter, which I'm pretty active on there, you can really see the hype dying down. And like a year ago, my whole Twitter feed was filled with prop firm stuff, like prop firm payouts, prop firm drama, this new prop firm, that new prop firm. And nowadays, it's mostly just maybe like a payout, a big payout, maybe twice per month or something like that. I can definitely spot that the interest and the activity and the actual revenue of prop firms is going down. You can definitely see it. Why is that an issue? Well, that is an issue for traders buying prop firm challenges. You need the prop firm to be liquid enough because we know all of their revenue comes from the challenge fees. So you need the prop firm to be liquid enough to pay you out when you make the profit. Okay, so if the prop firm is not liquid, if it is not getting a lot of new revenue, if it is not getting in a lot of new traders, well, then they won't have enough funds to pay you out if you are a profitable trader, and that's a big problem. So in this video, I will take a look at some statistics of how much is a specific prop firm paying out. There is a very cool website that I will show you, and then I'm gonna make my recommendation for 2025, which prop firms should you focus on. So here we are on the PC, and this is prop firm payout analytics. So the actual website is called Payout Junction. My friend Nico showed me this. This is very interesting. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video. But basically, you have all of the prop firms that actually use Rise payouts via the blockchain. Okay, so this website tracks all of the payouts that happen through Rise. Because they're on blockchain, they are public information, and these are all of the prop firms that use Rise payouts. Okay, and then you can filter it 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, all time. Let's click on last 30 days and you can see some big names right here. I mean, MyFundedFutures, really big prop firm, Funded Next, 5%ers, FundingPips, E8 Markets, Alpha Capital. So I want to look at these names, MyFundedFX, Blue Guardian. Let's open them up. So let's start with MyFundedFutures. So this is how much did MyFundedFutures send to its winning traders, meaning how much they paid out. You can see it's in millions of dollars. So the biggest month was November 2024. It was around 7 million. And then we pretty much went down in February to 2.8 million. So it is kind of gradually going down. Always at the end of the year, there's going to be a big interest in prop firms and prop firm challenges. But again, 24 did not look the best. Don't get me wrong, these payouts are massive. So like 7 million, it's massive, but this is not the net profit that the prop firm is making. I heard that the expense of payouts, so the expense for prop firms from payouts is around maybe 60 to 70%. So let's say that they made or that they paid out 7 million here, then possibly their net revenue was around 3 million in November. So you can view it like that. You could say, well, their expense in November was around $7 million, and usually their expense is like 70% of what they make. Okay, so 30% goes to net revenue and 70% goes to paying out the winning traders. I think those are the statistics. And also don't forget they have a lot of other expenses. So this is just one expense. This is the payout expense, but they also need to pay the employees. They need to pay for the software. The actual revenue that the owners get may not be that high. In November, like the net revenue for the, let's say the founders or the owners was definitely very high, but in February 24, I don't think it was that high. So if the owners are not making any money, well, that's a problem because then the company won't have a lot of funds to actually pay out traders. So the ideal graph would be that we're just rising, okay? That we continue to rise in revenue right here, okay? That would be an ideal graph, not a slowdown that we're getting right now. And also these are only Rise payments, so not all prop firms actually use Rise. FTMO is not on this list. If we go back, so FTMO is not on this list. But you can see some other ones that definitely do use Rise. So FundingPips, let's check them out. They're a big name. And see, this is a problem. So this graph is a problem. FundingPips is not looking the best. I mean, this total payouts also kind of implies of what is the revenue of the company. And it is actually going down. So from June 2024, it is steadily declining, getting lower and lower. So if you were to ask me, do I recommend FundingPips? Will FundingPips be here in the next, like, I don't know, 2 to 3 years? I would say it is not very likely that they will be here. So this is a good example of what you don't want to see. Let's find some more. So let's do Alpha Capital. It's going to be interesting. Let me see if I can open it up. No, I can't. So let's first try Funded Next. Last 12 months. Pretty similar to MyFundedFutures. Again, not the worst. Looks okay. So Funded Next looks okay. You just don't want to see the graph declining. That's an issue. Alpha Capital. I'm really interested in Alpha Capital. I do personally have a live account. See, this doesn't look the best. Again, not as bad as FundingPips, but there was a climb up, and then from August, it's just been going down in total payouts, in activity, and also in interest from other traders. So traders are not as interested to go with Alpha Capital. See, so definitely declining. MyFundedFX, let's check out that one. This is really bad. Again, I would say this graph is not something you want to see. You have all of these statistics, so it's pretty good. I really like this website, but this is definitely declining in revenue, okay? And if a company is not growing, it is dying. I mean, let's say they had a steady revenue all the way, that would be okay, but a decline is not good. So MyFundedFX, I don't see them as being a major player in the next 2 to 3 years. And now let's do 5%ers, because 5%ers is a prop firm that I definitely recommend. Okay, 5%ers is really good. FTMO and the 5%ers. Unfortunately, FTMO doesn't use Rise, so we cannot check this graph. But 5%ers, look how healthy this looks. See, this is exactly what you want to see. So steadily increasing revenue. Also, disclaimer, I'm not sure how reliable this is. Maybe they're also paying people out in crypto, so this may not be as reliable as we think, but it is interesting. So I want to share it with you, and it kind of makes sense with my thinking. I recommend only FTMO and the 5%ers. The rest of the prop firms I really don't trust, especially like FundingPips, Alpha Capital. I just don't think they're going to be around in this space for too long, and they seem a bit sketchy. So the graph does reflect that the 5%ers is steadily kind of growing, getting more and more traders, and the revenue is pretty, or the payouts are pretty healthy. So it's in the millions. So yeah, around 2 million in the last couple of months. I would say that's pretty good. Okay, so we have 2 more names that I find interesting, E8 and Blue Guardian. The rest of the prop firms are just, I've never even heard of them, to be honest. They're probably pretty small. But I want to check out the big ones. So E8 markets, I mean, it looks okay. It actually looks okay. The graph is rising. February is still, it is now the 20th of February. So this bar can still fill up. It looks good. The payouts are in the millions and the graph is rising. So I would say this is pretty good. Blue Guardian, I'm pretty interested in because the the actual guy that runs Blue Guardian seems pretty sketchy to me, especially by the posts that he makes on Twitter. Let's see Blue Guardian. See, now this is really bad. This is one of the worst graphs that we have checked out. So the peak was in April, and it's just been going downhill from that point. So not a lot of interest, kind of losing traders, losing revenue, I would say, as well. It's not in the millions, so the payouts are not in the millions. This looks pretty bad. So from this list, to be honest, I would only focus on the 5%ers. They have been in the game for quite some time now. They are pretty reliable, so FTMO and the 5%ers are very, very good. The rest of the prop firms, I think some of them looked good. E8 looked good, but FundingPips, MyFundedFX, Blue Guardian, they all looked pretty bad. The revenue was clearly declining. And that would be about it for this video. So another big news that we had is that FTMO actually bought Oanda. So they bought a really reputable broker. I'm not sure if they want to completely switch to being a broker and completely phase out their prop firm, so phase out FTMO. I don't think that's the case. I think they will have FTMO running because they're kind of top dogs in the industry. Why would they close down? So they have FTMO, and then they have Oanda brokerage business, so they're kind of hedging their bets. If prop firm space goes down, they still have the broker. If the broker struggles, they still have FTMO, the top dog of prop firms. I hope this video helped you guys to make a decision. If you're looking to get a funded account, you really need to be careful. It takes a while to get a funded account. It takes a few months to go through stage 1, stage 2, and then to the payout stage. So you really need to be smart about it. Don't cheap out. Don't look for the cheapest offer. Don't look for the one that every influencer is promoting, because he's getting a massive bonus from that specific prop firm. So you really need to do your own research, do your own due diligence, and look at the firms that have been in the game for a long time, that have been paying people out, and that don't have a lot of drama surrounding them, and that the CEOs are serious. So if you see the CEO bashing people on Twitter and talking a lot of shit, well, it's a very high chance that that prop firm and that company should not be trusted. So that is about it for this video. If you guys want to help out the channel, you can use the links in the description. You can sign up for FTMO or the 5%ers. If you want to learn how to go from zero to consistently profitable, definitely check out zentumtrading.com. The link is also in the description of this video. Good luck in the markets, be smart, and I will see you guys in the next one.